Good morning, children. Welcome back to another interesting session of electrostatic potential and capacitance. What is potential? It is the capacity. In the normal language, we say that a girl has a great potential to be a leader. A boy has a great potential to become a scientist. What does potential mean? Potential means possible energy. Likewise, electrostatic potential means the ability to exert force on another charge in an electric field. This term was first coined by Michael Faraday. You have learned in the previous session about electrostatic potential energy of a system of charges. In today's session, you will be learning about electrostatic potential energy of a charge when it is placed in an external electric field, and also electrostatic potential energy of an electric dipole when it is placed in an external electric field. I welcome Sri Subramaniam Garu, PGT Physics of TSMS Turkapalli to take over the session. Sir, welcome.
Good morning, madam. Respected coordinator, madam, Shailja Garu, principals and children, welcome to another session of Unit 5, Electrostatic Potential and Capacitance. This is part 4 of this webinar session. So, shall we start our session, children? The learning objectives for this particular session are: we will learn about potential energy in an external field. We will learn about potential energy of a dipole in an external field, electric dipole that is. So, are we ready to start this session? So, let us start our session, children. Let us look at some points which we dealt earlier. Let us recall. Electric field and potential relation. E is equal to minus dou V by dou L. Dou V is the change in the potential. Dou L is the perpendicular distance between the 2 points having dou V potential difference. Second point, electric field is in the direction in which potential decreases. The magnitude of the electric field is equal to the change in the magnitude of the potential per unit displacement. Electrostatic potential energy of the system of charges is given by formula U is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 divided by R12. R12 is the distance between Q1 and Q2. So today let us now look at the first learning point, potential energy of system of charges. For that, first consider one electric field, children. Okay. So you might be wondering, sir, what is this? Where is a charge creating the electric field? I told you that this is an electric field. Let it be created by some charge. It may be positive, it may be negative. Okay. So now we are moving to a little higher level physics. So here we are just telling you that this is an electric field. And you have to imagine that there is some charge which is creating this field. Okay, there is some charge which is creating this field. Okay, now in this electric field, I am taking one point P. This yellow color dot, let us consider as a point P. Okay, now the potential at the point P due to the electric field is VR. Okay, what is the potential at this point P, children? I am taking the potential as VR due to this electric field. Okay, already you know that in your earlier discussion, if you remember, I will just give one small example so that you will feel comfortable. Okay, if this is the electric field, okay, if this is the electric field, let us say due to some charge Q, or let us say some charge Q1, okay, or let us say some charge capital, 1 minute, children. let us take this as some positive charge instead of naming it. Okay, now we are able to see that there is a charge. Okay, so there is a charge, and at some point P, okay, this charge, this is a charge, no, will create some potential. Let us name this particular potential as VR. Okay, what is the potential? VR due to this charge. That is the reason why I told consider an electric field, and in that there is a point, and at that point the potential is VR. Okay, I hope you followed. Let us understand. Just a minute, children. Thank you, children. So I am coming back to my discussion. Now in this electric field, there is a point P. Now you are able to see one charge plus Q here, which is at infinity. So now let us see what is happening. I am trying to bring this charge from plus, that is from infinity, to this point. Okay. So now the charge has been brought from where to where? From infinite distance to the point P. Okay. So if I bring this particular charge from infinity to the point P, then I will definitely do some work. Okay, I will definitely do some work in the process. So what is the work done in the process? Last time also we saw in the part 3, we have to do some work in bringing the charge from infinity to the point P, and that work done will get stored as potential energy. Yes or not? Did we learn or not? So the same concept again we are dealing here. So here if you see, that charge is brought from infinity to the point. When I bring that charge and keep it here, we have done some work in bringing it from there to the point P. That work is stored as potential energy. But how you will know that there is potential energy? It is invisible, no? Now let's see what is happening next time. If I leave this charge here, what will happen? It will run away again to infinity. That means as long as I am holding it at the point P, there will be potential energy for that particular charge. Okay, and that particular potential energy will automatically convert as kinetic energy. It will convert as kinetic energy, and the system will again, if you see carefully, all that potential energy in that charge will convert as its kinetic energy. So now I want to calculate what is the potential energy of this charge. Okay, so for that, what is the first step I will learn? The work done to bring the charge Q is W. Is Q into VR. How did I get this? Tell me. Very simple calculation. A very simple calculation, children. You know, all of you how to do. You know that whenever there is an electric field, let us imagine. Okay, let us imagine as usual our charge. Whenever there is a point P, okay, and I am bringing some charge from infinity to the point, okay, I brought it to this point. What is the charge I brought? Q. Okay, now you tell me, potential is defined by formula V is equal to W by Q. Yes or not? Potential at the point P is the work done to bring charge Q from infinity to the point. That means now W must be equals to, as per our definition, Q into V. Okay, here if the potential is at this point VR, then the work done to bring the other charge. What is another charge here? This is the Q charge. which is brought from here to here, from infinity to the point. Then I have to do some work in bringing it all the way from infinity to the point. Then, as per our earlier learning in part 1, 2, 3, now I can write comfortably work done is equal to Q into VR. Okay, all of you. So this was what was taught in part 3. I used the same expression here. Do you remember that potential energy formula? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by R12. That is where I used this. So now we have understood that W is Q into VR. Okay. So work done to bring the charge Q is W is equal to Q into VR, where VR is the potential at that point. The work done is stored as potential energy of the charge Q. Potential energy of charge Q in an external electric field is now given as U is equal to Q into VR. You know potential energy symbol is what? U. So potential energy of charge Q in an external electric field is U is equal to Q into VR. This is important formula, children, remember. So now let us look at one interesting concept. What am I showing here? Actually, this is a new concept to you. You see here two blue plates. These actually they are plates actually, metal plates, and they are connected to battery. One plate is connected to positive side of the battery. Another side is connected to negative side of the battery. Then the upper plate will become positive charged. The lower plate will become negatively charged. So there is an electric field, children. Here, there is an electric field between the positive plate and the negative plate. Because they are charged bodies, no? Upper plate is positive, lower plate is negative. That means they are charged bodies. So in between the positive charged plate and negative charged plate, that means, just a minute, I will take a screen and explain. If you see, now what is the connection we gave? Like this. We gave connection like this. There is a battery. Okay. Just a minute. There is a battery connection. What is that battery connection? Such that this is positive, this is negative. Okay. So this is battery, children. Okay. And how many volts potential difference is maintained here between this point and this point? We are telling 1 volt. How many volts? 1 volt. Now this is positive and this is negative. This is positive charge, this is negative charge. There is some electric field here in between the plates. Okay, there is some electric field. And if I keep an electron here, electron means negative charge. That electron will try to move towards which side? Like this. That means from negative plate, it will go towards which plate? Positive plate. So let us assume that in this particular electron is initially at rest. And the moment I release it, it will run towards the positive plate. Okay, the electron runs from rest to positive plate. And how much potential difference is there here? The potential difference between upper plate and lower plate is between 2 points here. Okay, is let us say delta V. That is how much? 1 volt exactly. This is the potential. And the electron accelerated from rest to the upper plate. That is, instead of telling upper plate, I will tell positive plate. Why electron will go to the positive plate? Electron is negative, so it will definitely move towards the positive side. So now if you see carefully, see this, children. This ball I am assuming as electron. So the electron, if you see this animation, it is running from which side to which side? Negative side towards the positive side. See, once again. Once again you see. Going from negative side to positive side. So it gets accelerated from rest. And it is accelerating because of the potential difference between this point and this point. That is lower plate and upper plate. So now I want to know what is the kinetic energy gained by the electron known as? That is known as electron volt, children. You know, when the electron ran from one plate to the another plate, it is gaining kinetic energy. The kinetic energy gained by an electron when it is accelerated by a potential difference of 1 volt is called electron volt. Learn nicely, children. Important definition. The kinetic energy gained by an electron when it is accelerated by a potential difference of 1 volt is called as electron volt. And we know that first, let us try to calculate the value of 1 electron volt, children. Okay, now we learned the definition. Now we should also know what is the value of 1 electron volt in the SI system. Okay, so first let us start with our original definition. Potential difference between 2 points, Vp minus Vr, is given by what formula? Work done to move the charge from R to P divided by Q value. That is delta V is equal to W by Q. Okay, and from that I can cross multiply and write Vp minus Vr I am taking as what? Delta V. Delta V denotes the potential difference between Vp and Vr. Okay, that is between Vp and Vr. And Rp, here I took out that Rp letters, I wrote it as simply W for easy understanding. Okay, so this Vp minus Vr I wrote as this one, this I wrote as this one. Okay, no confusion. Cross multiply, then W is equal to Q into delta. Okay, I'll continue. The kinetic energy gained by the electron is W is Q into delta V. Now, KE is equal to E into 1 volt I wrote. Why? You tell me, all of you, why I wrote this? Okay, very simple, children. Very simple. If you see carefully, the charge which is moving is Q. That is nothing but electron charge. Let us take it as mod. Okay. Then delta V is the potential difference. That is equal to how many volts we have taken? 1 volt. So in our earlier formula, if you see here, this Q is E value, delta V is 1 volt. So I substituted. KE is equal to E into 1 volt. The charge on electron, you know, all of you, how much it is? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. How many coulombs? 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs. Then kinetic energy formula will become KE is equal to E value substitute 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulombs into delta V is 1 volt. What is 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 into 1? That only we will get. That means kinetic energy gained by electron is KE is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. This is the value of the kinetic energy gained by electron. Now what is this kinetic energy gained by electron? Defined as electron volt. So 1 electron volt value will be equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. Please remember this value. I am repeating. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 in 10 power minus 19 joule. What is joule? Unit of energy. So electron volt is also a unit of energy. If anybody asks you, do you remember, children, in your chemistry, that ionization energy you are writing in electron volts. So what is ionization energy definition? The energy required to remove the electron from outermost shell. Yes or not? So that also you are writing in the electron volt because it is a unit of energy. So remember carefully, electron volt is a unit of energy and its value is 1.6 in 10 power minus 19 joule. Now if you see carefully, here I am writing the value in the left side, one table, and its magnitude in the SI system. 1 EV value, 1.6 in 10 power minus 19 joule. 1 kilo electron volt, KeV. Kilo means how much? 1000, 10 power 3 EV. If you multiply this with 10 power 3, it will become 1.6 in 10 power minus 16 joule. 1 mega, this is million electron volts, MeV. This is important, children. Third one, 1 MeV. 10 power 6 EV. 1.6 in 10 power minus 13 joule. 1 giga electron volt, 10 power 9 EV. 1.6 in 10 power minus 10 joule. 1 tera electron volts, 10 power 12 EV. 1.6 in 10 power minus 7 joule. So these are all the energies generally used in higher physics. Okay, so you become accustomed with all these things. So when you learn, when you go to higher physics, they'll be useful to you. Okay, before we go to the next topic, now I want to just explain one more small thing to all of you. Children, just now you learned, if you see, this is what you learned. There is a electric field, or not? There is an electric field. In this electric field, you brought one charge Q1. From where did you bring? From infinity to some point. Let us see. Okay, then what was the work done or potential energy stored for that charge? Potential energy is Q into VR1, let us see. Where R1 is its position with respect to some origin. Okay, the point's position. Now question is, this charge came and it is sitting here at this point. Okay, now I will try to bring another charge also from again infinity to some other point. Let's say this is P1 point, this is another point 2. Now second charge Q. Then what is the total potential energy of this system, or what is the work done in assembling the system? Work done in assembling, they have given in the textbook. Assembling means, what is the meaning? Bringing them together. Bringing them together as a system. Okay, in the electric field. This is the question. Now tell me how to do. Very simple, children. First charge when I am bringing, this is the first charge Q1. Then what is the potential energy for that? Which is nothing but the work done. Yes or not? Now for the second charge, this is W1, let us see. Now for the second charge, just a minute. I hope you followed. I will rub this and I will put the solution. So here that electric field is there. Do not forget that field. Okay. Let me draw that field. Okay. So for bringing the second charge, let us say work done is W2. Then W2 will be actually equal to Q2 into VR2. How? Like W1 only, same. Plus Now, here this point, if you see, this is the work done to bring Q2 into the electric field. And another important thing is, when Q2 is coming into the field, it is also doing some work against Q1. Q1 will also try to repel Q2. That means again there also some work should be done. That will be given as the potential energy for bringing Q2 into Q2 near Q1. That will be equal to last time you have done. This is the potential energy for these two only. That means the total value will be equal to, this is the total work done. I will explain in a moment. Just a minute. Hold on. W2, once again you tell how we got. This is the work done to bring Q2 into the external field. That is first part. This is part 1, let us say. This second part is what? To bring Q2 near Q1. That means two works will be there, children. One, to bring Q2 into the external field. Second one, to bring Q2 near Q1. That means now total work is what? Already W1 work was done to bring Q1 into the field. And again W2 work is done to bring Q2 into the field. That means total work done will be equal to W1 plus W2. That will be nothing but Q1 VR1 plus Q2 VR2 plus 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 into Q1 Q2 divided by R12. This is the work done in bringing the two charges into the electric field. Two charges were brought into the external electric field. That is the meaning of this. So I hope I have that is I have explained to you clearly. Let me move on, children. Now we are coming to an interesting topic. The dipole potential energy we are calculating in an external field. This you know already. Number of times you studied. What is this symbol of? Tell me. Uniform field. Now one more thing, children. We have finished with our first learning objective. Now I am starting the second learning objective for today, which is nothing but potential energy of dipole in the external field. This is important for all entrance examinations. Please note down carefully. Okay. In today's discussion, this is the more important discussion. Okay. So what are you seeing in on the screen? A uniform field which is shown by parallel equidistant unidirectional field lines. These yellow lines are symbolic of the field. E is the external field, which is uniform field. Now in that field, what did we do? We kept a dipole. Let us say the dipole is kept at some angle theta. And already you studied in the Unit 4 chapter, when dipole is kept inside the field, making some angle theta, there will be torque on that dipole due to the electric field that is given by tau bar is P bar cross E bar, P sin theta. Now if you remember our discussion on the electric dipole, you remember in the Unit 4, if there is a uniform field like this, when I keep the dipole plus charge and another charge minus charge, then automatically what will happen? There will be a force on the positive charge this side, negative charge this side. These two equal and opposite forces form a torque, and that torque will rotate this dipole in this direction. Okay, the torque will be there. Okay, there will be a torque, and that torque will act on the dipole and such that the dipole will rotate due to the torque. Let me take the pen. And that torque is given by we know vectorially if you write, it is P bar cross E bar, or it will be equal to P E sine theta. What is the formula? Tau is equals to P E sine theta. What will this torque try to do? It will try to rotate the dipole so that it comes and sits in the direction of the field. It is it is at some angle theta, if you see actually. Due to the torque on the dipole, it will rotate and sit in the direction of the field. That is what the torque will do. Then, now I am asking you question. If this is the dipole direction, from this direction, if I slowly rotate it in a small angle from that position, then I am going against the original torque. The original torque is trying to rotate this side, but I am trying to rotate that side. That means I have to do some work. I have to do some work. That work done will store as potential energy for the dipole. So, the torque on the dipole due to an electric field is tau is P bar cross E bar, P is sin theta, all of you know. We apply an external torque such that the dipole is rotated from angle theta 0 to theta I. So initially it is having theta 0 angle, let us say. From that angle it is rotating to theta I direction. That means small angle I rotated. So initial angle is theta 0. Let the final angle is theta I. Okay. So in the textbook they are giving like that. So you remember theta 0 initial angle, theta I final angle. The work done to rotate the dipole is W. So then W is integration theta 0 to theta I, tau d theta. MPC and BPC students, this is simple integration. You need not have any large concerns with this. Okay, very simple integration. I will tell you the formula. I will tell you how to do it also. But this you know already, which you studied in rotational dynamics. In your first year intermediate, you remember that in rotatory motion chapter, the work done to rotate a body through some angle is given by formula integration tau d theta, where tau is the torque. Okay, then now what we will do? We will substitute in this. Torque formula you remember? No, what is the formula? P sin theta tau we substituted into d. From what angle to what angle? Initial angle theta 0, final angle theta. Then this can be written as PE is constant, both are constants right outside. It can be written as theta 0 to theta I sin theta d. Okay, and you know all of you, integral sin theta d theta you learned already in the school level, sorry, in the first year, minus cos theta. This is the formula. This is the formula for integration of sin x dx or sin theta d theta. Sin theta d theta is what? Minus cos theta. And what are the limits? Do not forget the limits. Theta 0 to theta I. Okay, so let us see what we are getting. Okay, I hope you understood. So torque on dipole due to an electric field is tau is P sin theta, which you studied already. Now we got this formula. In this, what I have to substitute? Tell me. P sin theta d theta. P sin theta d theta, children. P outside, E outside. Sin theta d theta. So for your convenience, I am writing it again, steps. What is sin theta d theta integration? Minus cos theta. In the limits theta 0 to theta I. 1 minute. We got answer sin theta d theta theta 0 to theta I. Okay, this is sin theta. Is equals to minus cos theta. In the limits theta 0 to theta I. Now I want the substitution for this. What to do? Minus cos theta, theta 0 to theta I. How will you substitute the limits? Do you remember first year? First we have to substitute upper limit, then I have to substitute lower limit. Yes or not? Upper limit substitution first, lower limit substitution next. This is theta I. In the place of theta, first theta I. And this minus can I keep outside? I am keeping it outside. I can write this like this also. Okay, theta 0 to theta I. Then this will be equal to what? Tell me. Minus outside cos theta I. Upper limit substitution first. Minus lower limit cos theta 0. Okay. Now further simplification. Minus goes inside. It will become, this is plus, no? Minus into plus is minus. Cos theta I. This minus into minus will become plus. That means cos theta naught. That means this is cos theta 0 minus cos theta I. I hope this answer clear. So this is the final answer for this. Okay. So I will show you. You see here. Minus cos theta I minus theta naught. Further simplification. This is what we got. If minus goes inside, then it will become cos theta naught minus cos theta I. That means the final value. Work done is P into cos theta 0 minus theta I, cos theta I. This yellow color highlighted formula, you remember last formula. Okay. Cos theta 0 minus cos theta I. So work done is P into cos theta 0 minus cos theta I. This work done is stored as potential energy of the system, and its symbol is what? U. So the potential energy of the dipole U is equal to P into cos theta 0 minus cos theta I. Okay, U is equal to P into cos theta 0 minus cos theta I. So remember children, whenever we do work that is stored as potential energy, no. So the potential energy of the dipole will be U is equal to Pe into cos theta 0 minus cos theta I. Theta 0 initial angle, theta I final angle. Now as a special case, I am telling you one small point. See here all of you. What is that? Now see the dipole. See the dipole, all of you. How is the dipole? You tell me. It is at 90 degrees with the electric field. That means initial angle I am taking as 90 degrees. Then what is the special case? When dipole is initially perpendicular to the electric field and then turned through an angle theta. That means from this angle, let me show you. Let me show you children. I will show you two diagrams. Okay, see here. We know that this is the field. Okay, our field. In this, the dipole is kept perpendicularly. This is plus charge. This is minus charge. And what is the angle at which it is kept? 90 degrees. Now what are we telling? From this angle, just a minute, the screen went off, children. So I will just rewrite in a moment. One minute, children. Please be patient with me. So our dipole is initially perpendicular. That you know all of you. At how many degrees? 90 degrees. So this is the first position. Okay. Minus Q charge. From this position, second diagram, if you see, you will understand. Slowly I am turning angle theta. That means from this is the original position. Okay. From there I turned the angle theta. That means initial angle theta 0 is 90 degrees. Okay. And from there I turned final angle theta. Okay. Final angle, 1 minute. This final angle, how much I am taking? Theta. The final angle with the field is theta. Okay. So, 1 minute. The final angle is theta I, that is theta. Okay, this total angle. So, now if you see, initial angle with the field is 90 degrees. The final angle is theta. Then how to write the formula? Potential energy of the dipole, U is Pe into cos theta naught minus theta I. Here theta naught is 90 degrees, theta I is theta. Then potential energy of the dipole, Pe will be cos 90 minus cos theta. What is cos 90, children? 1. You all know what is the value of cos 90. Sorry, cos 90 is 0. I'm sorry. Cos 90 is 0. So cos 90 value 0. Then it will become P into cos 0. That is cos 90 is 0. 0 minus cos theta will become minus cos theta. That means we will get potential energy of the dipole formula. You are seeing all of you. 0 minus cos theta is minus cos theta. Minus cos theta into PE will become minus PE cos theta. This I can write as, you know, P and E are vectors, no? Then I can write as P bar dot E bar. What is the value? P bar dot E bar. So I hope the expression is clear. Okay. So if the initial angle is 90 degrees and it is rotated through angle theta, then we will get, if you remember, P bar dot E bar, potential energy. One more example I am giving. Let us see. Textbook example. An electric dipole of moment P, an electric dipole of dipole moment P is placed in a uniform electric field E with P parallel to E. It is then rotated through angle theta. What is the work done? See, let us see the solution. First, what is the question? If you read the question, is placed in uniform electric field E with P parallel to E. Okay, that means first Let us look at the solution. This is the diagram. P means dipole moment. Dipole moment direction is minus q to plus q, and it is parallel to E. Second diagram. From there it is rotated through angle theta. Okay. Then what is the work done? Formula. Let us try to see. What is the work done formula? P into cos theta 0 minus cos theta I. Here theta 0 is 0 degrees. Theta I is theta. P into cos 0 minus cos theta. What is cos 0, children? 1. That means W is P into 1 minus cos theta. So this is the expression for the work done. I hope all of you followed. That brings me to the end of the session. Let's see what we have learned. The potential energy of Q in an external electric field is U is Q into VR. The kinetic energy gained by an electron when it is accelerated by a potential difference of 1 volt is called as electron volt. 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. The potential energy of the dipole U is equal to P into cos theta 0 minus cos theta I. Potential energy of the dipole U is equal to P into cos theta 0 minus cos theta I. To test your understanding, a few questions. First question, define electron volt. There is another question. An electric dipole of dipole moment P is placed in a uniform electric field E with P perpendicular to E. It is then rotated through angle 60 degrees. What is the work done? How will you do this? What is the hint you tell me for this? What is the sentence you read once again? Electric dipole of dipole moment P is placed in uniform electric field E with P perpendicular to E. That means starting angle you must take 90 degrees. It is then rotated through 60 degrees. Final angle you must take such that it is extra 60 degrees. Okay. Then what is the work done? So that brings me to the end of this session. Thank you, children. I sincerely thank my coordinator, Sri Shailja Madam, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you,
And for
sir.
all
It
the
was
support.
really an interesting session. This topic is the most interesting thing what I feel in the entire lesson, like electric potential due to a dipole, electric potential energy stored when a charge is placed in an external electric field. Children, if you have any queries or any doubts, please revisit the session. Put your textbook next to you and once again go through the lesson so that you can underline the important points even in the textbook and have a running notes for your reference. And do whatever the sir has given the evaluation points. What is an electron volt? How to find the potential energy of an electric dipole? That numerical example. Please attempt them and post your answers in the chat box. Thank you, Subramaniam Garu. It was indeed a wonderful session. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. And I thank my additional director, sir, and JD, sir, for giving this opportunity. I also thank my campus principal, Sri Sivaraj Garu, for his support and for encouragement. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Good day.